Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Superintendent Don Falls from Sutherland Shire Police Area Command. I'm just here today to obviously give you a quick overview of what's happened this morning. This morning at 8:50 a.m. a vehicle was travelling south on the Princess Highway at Engadine. That vehicle has collided with another vehicle, and as a result of that, a number of members of the community stopped to assist both occupants from both those vehicles. As the community members were assisting one of the females out of one vehicle, the male got out of that vehicle. He was armed with what we believe to be a box cutter, and the female had obviously sustained a number of injuries from an altercation inside that vehicle. Emergency services arrived very quickly afterwards. That male was engaged by the police. A short foot pursuit occurred. A taser deployment was initiated, and that person was taken into custody. As a result of that, one of our officers received a large laceration to his wrist area, and he's currently at St George Hospital. The male also inflicted a number of injuries to himself prior to police arrival, and he's currently at Liverpool Hospital in a serious condition, but I may let my counterpart from New South Wales Health to give us an update on those injuries. So basically we've had 6 people that were injured today, 2 from the accident, who have been obviously conveyed to hospital, and 4 others with knife injuries. So that includes one of the bystanders that assisted the female, the male offender, and obviously the police officer was cut as well. But I might get offside to have a chat about those injuries.
Thank you, Superintendent Falls. As Superintendent Falls has indicated, a number of 000 calls were received at about 9 o'clock this morning. New South Wales Ambulance dispatched multiple resources to the scene, and we treated and assessed 6 patients. 2 of those patients were injured in the motor vehicle accident that was described before. 4 of them had suffered stab wounds. 1 male patient had sustained slash wounds to his arms and his neck, was transported to Liverpool Hospital in a critical condition, and is now said to be in a serious but stable condition. A female patient in her 40s was transported to St George Hospital with multiple stab wounds and is still said to be in a critical condition. The female patient was transported to St George with an abdominal stab wound and is said to be in a stable condition, serious but stable condition. And as Superintendent Falls indicated, the police officer sustained a large laceration to his arm and is said to be in a stable condition. Thank you.
He is known to police for a number of matters. What I can say about the 2 occupants in the car where the female was stabbed and the driver self-inflicted a number of wounds to himself, they were in a domestic relationship. Again, there's no history that we're aware of. There's no apprehended violence orders between the 2, but we're definitely domestic related.
Is he known for domestic violence offences?
Early days in relation to the investigation, nothing to do with the the victim in this incident. Again, but that will form part of our inquiries.
Potentially other victims, though?
Again, that will be part of the ongoing inquiries.
The incident that happened in the car, did that happen when the car had stopped, or was that before?
We believe the female was being assaulted in the car whilst the male was driving the vehicle at the same time.
Does that include, you believe that she had been stabbed before the time crash?
We believe so, yes. Yeah. A number of witnesses mentioned the car was driving quite erratically at the time, and we believe that's when the assault was occurring in the car, and as a result they then collided with another vehicle.
A lot of bravery on display today. What do you make of those bystanders who watched the car?
Oh, look, amazing work. Again, they've just turned up thinking it was just a normal motor vehicle accident, so they've obviously gone to render assistance to both people, and then they were faced with a male with a box cutter. Quite frightening, but very, very brave on those people's behalf.
And the police officer, how's the police officer?
Doing well. He's doing quite well. Again, obviously the laceration to his wrist. We don't think it's too serious at this stage, but again, great work by the police, great work by the emergency services that turned up in a very, very short time. Both the male and the female had some very, very serious lacerations, and obviously the good work by the police and New South Wales Health and the other emergency services definitely helped.
Is it clear what began the assault by the man and the woman?
No, we don't know. Yeah.
Person being the radio station by witness.
I can't comment on that. I don't know anything about that at this stage. Again, we will be reaching out to the community, so any information that anyone has in relation to what they may have seen today, heard, if they had any dash cam, if they recorded anything, if they could reach out to Crime Stoppers or Sutherland Police. We would love to hear from them and follow it up from there.
Just on the self-inflicted wounds, do you believe that they were intentional or were they done in the course of the altercation and following the crowd?
Again, we're thinking it was intentional on the male's behalf, but again, that's still part of our inquiries.
At what time do you believe he began injuring himself? Was this after he was tasered, beforehand?
Again, he was. The allegation is that he is covered in blood when he exits the vehicle, whether or not that's his blood or the victim's blood. But he is definitely seen to injure himself after exiting the vehicle.
Where's he from?
They're from southwest Sydney. I'm not too sure of the exact address at this stage.
And what was his age? Sorry if I missed that.
So he was. He is born in 66, so that makes him 58. And the female, I believe, is 48.
And that's the woman in the critical condition was his passenger?
Yes, yes.
Are there any other really serious injuries in hospital? Or just her? She's the only critical?
No, and him as well.
And him?
Yeah.
Fair few innocent people involved in this. What kind of a tolerance is there for that kind of behaviour?
Oh, there's no tolerance for any type of violence in the community. Again, we believe this is obviously just a fairly isolated incident between the two, but it did bring in other members of the community, unfortunately, who were just doing the right thing and being good Samaritans and trying to help people out, but unfortunately got involved as well.
And can you tell us how long do you think it was between the crash occurring and him being tasered?
We pretty much had police on scene within 6 minutes. So, again, very, very short amount of time between the self-harm, which we believe may have occurred in the car at the same time, or immediately after the collision. And then again, obviously, when he saw police, he decided to leave the scene and was tased after that.
Last question. One of the witnesses was saying that he might have been saying something like, have you heard anything about how he might have been?
I haven't heard what he's said, but again, all that information that's coming through on social media we'll definitely look at and follow up all those inquiries.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.